OK. To help me relax, there's nothing I like more than spending up to 4 hours...
Where's this going?
To help me relax, there's nothing I like more than spending up to 4 hours in what I like to call one of my special baths.
Oh, God. I rest my case.
Please, team.
OK. What is the special bath?
The special bath is when the lights are down low.
Yeah?
A candle is lit.
Yeah?
There's bubbles or salts, either. I have been known sometimes to watch Will I Lie to You in the bath.
In the
Watch
bath?
us in the bath?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you see us in the bath?
No, he doesn't watch us in the bath.
Yeah.
He watches us in the bath.
I didn't know anyone knew we bathed together.
So, it's slightly annoying that I'm not watching this one in the bath now, because I'm sort of used to sitting with you all in the tub.
But you might in future watch this in the bath.
At some point.
So at the moment we're being watched by you.
It's like a particularly dull instalment of Back to the Future.
It's funny, you say that, Rob, but for me, this is the most erotic conversation I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, but you are married to David. So the special bath involves candles, low light, iPad, anything else?
I'll just sit there and I sort of sometimes have a glass of wine. You can float it in the water if you have I've perfected that.
Are we still talking about the wine?
Yes. Yes.
How do you float a glass of wine in the bath?
Well, you just balance
What are you
it.
resting it on?
It's simple physics. If you have the right amount of wine in it, it sits upright.
The stem must work as a sort of keel.
It does. It works. Yeah. You've done this before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then also I enjoy having cheese in there with me as well. Cheese?
What's that floating on?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because sometimes I have been known to fashion what I call a foil barge. Where the cheese sort of floats around, or sort of orbits me as I'm sat there with some crackers, maybe on the soap stand.
You're a very tall man.
Yes.
So do you have a very, very long bath?
No, I just sort of sit.
Yeah, 4 hours.
What are you thinking?
4 hours is extreme, but I've been known to spend 2 hours.
I don't know.
I think 4 hours is too long.
Yeah, I think,
Too
4
long.
hours is too long. I'd say lie.
It's a lie.
So it's a lie. OK, so Greg, truth or lie?
That is a true.
Lee, will you please do me the honours and read what is on that card?
I certainly will. For a whole month, I thought my neighbour was ignoring me, and he thought I was ignoring him, until he found out I was blind, and I found out he was deaf.
David's team.
So, he's your next-door neighbour, is that right?
Do you need me to read it again?
He's my neighbour, David.
Right.
There's 3 flats. I live in the middle, and he lives on the bottom.
And who lives upstairs?
A policeman.
And
he can't speak.
So, you thought he was being standoffish?
I thought he was being the rudest person that I've ever met. I was there, for example, on the day that he moved in, and I said hello to him, and he completely ignored me.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he went...
Well, I don't know what you're doing, and Gabby, you have perfectly highlighted exactly what probably happened.
So he's deaf,
Yes.
but he can see.
Yeah, otherwise he'd be in real trouble, really.
Just because, wouldn't he see you saying hello to him?
Over the course of a month, there were separate incidents where we each thought the other was being rude. So, The first time that he was moving in, he was carrying boxes into the house, and I was halfway up the stairs. I shouted hello to him, and he never said anything back to me. And I thought, that's a bit rude,
And you knew he was there just through hearing. You heard the sound, and you knew, that'll be the new bloke arriving.
Contrary to popular belief, deaf people do make a noise. But other occasions, I would be outside, like, doing something with the car. I like packing the car, unpacking the car, maybe doing
Not driving the car.
No, my wife has to do that for entirely legal reasons, Rob. I reckon I could probably do the motorways if they had them things off the bowling alley down the side. A number of times, he'd come back to the flat and he'd, like, waved and smiled at me, and I'd not known he was there and completely blanked him. And then I'd heard him walk past and I'd shouted hello to him, but I was talking to his back then, and he never answered me. And this went on for quite a while, really.
How did it resolve itself? Yeah. Did the policeman intervene and sort it out?
I called the police and he came down. And then I had a hunch he must be deaf. I guessed that was the only possible, plausible option.
I'm exactly like that with my audiences when they're not laughing.
I actually bumped into his mum, who was visiting, and I said, like, he's deaf, isn't he? And she said, yeah.
That's a bold opening gambit.
We have each other's mobile numbers now, and so we're able to
Hang on, let me think about this for a second. How does he answer the phone?
We have text messages, Lee.
Right, you know the next question, don't you?
So... My phone talks, so it reads everything out, and if... And just to give you an insight, even the emojis, if you use an emoji, it tells you what the emoji is. And the smiley face, the main smiley face, specifically for blind people, that one is called smiling face with normal eyes. I don't know if I'm expected to use the smiling face with sunglasses, but it turns out as well, which took me by surprise, that he's Australian, which you associated with the accent, don't you? But, like, he's just Australian in his head.
This is becoming odd.
I mean, if any of this is offensive, they don't have to put it on the subtitles.
John, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking, I don't know, I don't believe it.
You think he made that up?
What do you think, Gabby?
There's lots about it that I don't think is true.
I believe it. I believe it, but
You believe it, they don't.
No, I'm not.
I'm not going to overrule my team, though.
No, you haven't got the strength of character.
I do.
I don't feel strong enough about it to overrule.
No, I mean, it is plausible. It is plausible.
OK, we're going to say true.
Right, they're saying it's true. Chris, truth or lie?
It is 100% true.
I once stripped naked, then accidentally climbed into bed with my father-in-law.
Lucy.
Were you drunk?
Yes.
Was it his bed or was it a spare bed in your house?
It was our bedroom in our house, and they'd been babysitting. And so I noticed another presence in the bed, which I assumed to be my wife.
Yeah.
And
well,
so
lovely thing to say about your wife.
Well, sorry, love, it's just that you look like, you know, your dad. It was dark. It was dark. she'd gone to bed before me, and she said, watching telly, you know...
What were you watching, just out of interest?
I can't remember that.
What time was it?
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning, probably repeats of this on Dave.
So this is your bed. Where were you then? Were on sofas downstairs?
No, we were in the spare room.
Oh, that's lovely. You've given up your superior bed...
Yes.
...for the in-laws.
Yeah.
Lee, what do you do when your in-laws come round?
I make up a really lovely, lovely bed with lovely silk sheets and a lovely thing and put that in the shed.
So you've come into bed, you think that your wife, she's gone ahead of you.
I thought it should be spark out, you know.
Spark out in the bed.
Yeah, and I've often done this journey in the dark. So she's often in bed before me.
Yes,
and I know what to do. I can do it in the dark. Whip the clothes off, round the side of the bed, leap in, give her a snuggle.
Oh, did you give her a snuggle?
I went to give her a snuggle.
Oh, no, naked?
Naked.
Which way was he facing?
Thank God he was the other way. I spooned him.
You spooned him?
Like that makes it better. I think it's worse.
I think you'd have to have done it both ways to know which was worse.
That's true.
Were you spooning in the way you spoon when you want to have a cuddle as you go to sleep? Or were you spooning in a way which was hoping to just nudge her awake?
Luckily...
There's a subtle difference between those two.
I know that's all different. But luckily I wasn't quite that excited yet.
Yes!
No.
Oh, my word.
It's quick, though. I mean, honestly, I whip it back, the thing... I jump in, I go for the spoon, and as I'm sort of approaching the body in the bed, I hear John, and I literally flew out of bed, and then the lamp went on, and I'm trying to put my underpants back on.
Oh, you're completely naked?
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing, I'm trying to get my underpants twisted, fell over. It was like a comedy. It was ridiculous.
Why would you go to the effort of trying to put your underpants on in front of them?
Because I was naked.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it in front of them. This is right.
Just grab them and leave.
That's the sort of strategic decision you make when you're used to doing that. First time, you can very easily think, I both want to leave and dress myself and make the mistake of trying to do the two things at once.
Yeah.
And what happened in terms of the father-in-law?
He was very, very lovely about it, and he went, one too many last night? And I went, yeah. And that was it.
What are you thinking? Is it striking you as true?
That's definitely possible. I believe he has issues with alcohol.
I'm going true.
You're saying true?
Yeah, I'm.
OK. I will go with my team and blame them.
You say it's true? OK. John, were you telling us the truth, or were you telling us a lie?
It is, in fact, sadly, true.
Oh. Yes, it's true. John did climb into bed naked with his father-in-law.
When I worked in a school, I locked another teacher in a cupboard to teach him a lesson.
Oh. What did you teach?
Humanities.
Humanities? I thought you were going to say humans, then. Humanities. What age were the kids? I'm checking out your teaching credentials before we get to the other bit of the story.
Yeah, all good. Secondary school kids.
Secondary school?
Yeah,
and where in the country was this?
In the West Midlands.
West Midlands, right, OK. You're a teacher, aren't you? Does all that stack up?
I'm not anymore, Lee.
You used to be a teacher, didn't you?
I'm a well-known comedian.
Are you? I genuinely thought you were a celebrity teacher, that's why you were here. I thought you were from that thing about teaching people in Yorkshire. Is that not you? Oh.
Where did you do your teaching degree?
Never mind that. Where'd you do your comedy gigs? Why did you lock the other teacher in? Was it a cupboard?
Yeah, it was the humanities cupboard, yeah.
Why did you lock him in there?
Me and him had beef on site.
Had beef on what?
On site.
Is that a sandwich?
No. As soon as we locked eyes, I knew there was going to be an issue, because he thought he was the most popular teacher amongst the kids. So I turned up at school, and within a week, I was the most popular teacher in school.
Big
he was
head.
very... Listen, I'm just saying...
What made you such a popular teacher?
I was like the Pied Piper of literacy. Kids would follow me around everywhere like, yo, third.
That is quite a claim. Pied Piper of literacy? In the humanities department?
That's correct.
Ignore humanities. Come and read my novels, children.
Yeah, and so obviously the reputation's going around school, like, yeah, third taught me how to use full stops and that, he's a sick guy. So...
That is a sentence that has never been uttered by anybody under the age of 21. He taught me how to use full stops, he's a sick guy.
Yeah. How long did you lock him in a cupboard for?
Actually, here's part of the story that you need to know fundamentally. The reason why I chose him to lock him in the cupboard on that day is because I knew it would make him late for his lesson observation.
Observation?
Yes. So a lesson observation is essentially how teachers are judged on how good they are as teachers, yeah? It's not based on how you move these children on emotionally, spiritually, how you build them as human beings. It's a 15-minute window in which a waste man that can't teach themselves comes in and judges you. That's not right.
So you locked him in so he'd get into trouble on his Oh.
Yeah, I did. Should I tell you why?
Please do.
He started spreading a rumour amongst the senior leadership team that I wasn't marking my students' books.
Right. Is that bad?
I wasn't, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? Greg, no snitching on other teachers, right?
And what was the upshot of all of this? Did you let him out? Did he escape?
Is he still there?
No, I did let him out eventually. I just wanted to ensure that he was late for that lesson observation because that means you're looked upon very harshly by the senior leadership team that he had been snitching me out to. So, you know, fair, square, squares, you know what I'm saying?
If you were capable of locking a man in this cupboard, surely a kid could have got locked in there and it would have been a health and safety disaster.
Yeah, I banged a couple of them in there as well every now and then. But
All right, what are you thinking?
I'm saying it's true.
Lucy? Do you need rebooting?
I'm going to say it's a lie.
Are you?
I just find it implausible.
Do you believe people can have beef on site?
I'm persuadable. I don't feel so strongly about it.
Well, they say it's true.
You can say it's true. OK. Guz, were you just telling us the truth or were you telling us a lie?
I was telling...
Jennifer, you're next.
I once broke into a convent and stole food from some nuns.
Please tell.
When did this happen?
When I was hungry. Quite hungry. Which was when I was young and didn't have any money.
How young?
18, 19.
Was it just you, or was there anyone else involved?
A friend helped me.
And what did you steal?
I stole vegetables.
Vegetables?
Stole
When was
vegetables?
it? Is it the 19th century?
Well, because that's nuns. Nuns grow things in gardens.
Well, they do on TV, but in real life they go to Asda.
All nuns grow vegetables.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
I can't imagine a nun not growing vegetables.
Yeah. If you can name a nun who doesn't grow vegetables, then go ahead.
Trevor Nunn.
What I did was, while she distracted them at the door, I snuck round into their garden, which they do have, it's not just on TV, and stole vegetables.
Dug them up?
No, you don't dig up all vegetables. There are some hanging.
Like what?
Beans.
You're milking a cow now. Is there a cow there as well? Don't worry, we'll get some milk while we're at it. So you lived near this nunnery?
No, we had to drive there.
Why, if you were poor, did you have a car?
She had a car.
Right, so...
How did you get 2 syllables out of poor? Syllables than there are letters.
How far was the car journey, Jennifer?
About 40 minutes, I suppose.
You drove for 40 minutes? That's doing a heist.
It was a heist.
It would have cost you more in petrol to just go and buy potatoes and tomatoes.
Not in 1980, no. Petrol was quite cheap.
What do you think? Does this sound as though it could be true?
No way.
So, Steph, you think it's a lie. Joe,
Yeah.
which way?
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
I think it's true.
No.
Just the one syllable.
What, that you...
I was waiting for the rest of it.
So what's it going to be?
I have to go with the majority, even though I feel it's true.
OK, they say it's a lie. Jennifer, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Right. I once spent a pleasant afternoon riding around topless on a motorbike.
Please, team.
Hang on. Where were you going on this motorbike?
That is the last question I'd have thought of.
Very practical.
Wow.
Yes, he's
We've got different angles, me and you, haven't we?
Indeed, yes.
Who were you with?
A friend.
Was he riding in you at the back or the other way around?
I beg your pardon?
What was the man's name, Esme?
It was, Phil.
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 And what relationship were you to Phil?
He was my boyfriend.
So he was your boyfriend. When was this? I mean, just give us an approximation.
Oh, decades ago.
How many decades?
Oh, no.
No what?
Don't make us say that.
All right, which century?
The last century.
Is that worse? Is that worse?
Definitely worse.
I'm not good at these things. What about...
He's a very, very rude man.
What's he wearing?
I don't remember.
Well, let me rephrase the question. Did he have anything out?
Well, he had his arms out.
Can you first of all tell us why you decided to go to... Was it just because you were being devil may care?
Well, I'd been sunbathing.
Really?
Right.
Right.
In my knickers.
Just your knickers?
Well, no, actually, I had a scarf tied around my top.
Oh, and then you
Right.
took that off on the motorbike. That's very dangerous. Could have got caught in the wheels.
I'll tell you what, if my idea earlier would have been that Phil had something out, he could have caught that in the wheels, couldn't he?
I don't know who this Phil is, but he's very impressive. You should never have done it.
So you are lying, sunbathing, and he suggests, why don't we go for a spin on the bike?
Yep.
You jump on the back of the bike, and at this point you've got the improvised bra thing on. So when you start riding, it's on. At what point in the journey did you decide to get rid of the scarf? And where did you put it?
Well, what happened is, because we were going so fast, the scarf fell round my waist.
If you were holding on to him, I guess. So you weren't in a position to put it back on?
No.
And how long did this last?
About 45 minutes, an
45
hour.
minutes? Where was this in the world?
Surrey.
Oh. I know Surrey well.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Surrey?
I think it was called Bug Hill.
Right.
Do you know Bug Hill?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, OK.
I'll never forget, it's where I once saw a topless motorbike.
So I suppose, in a way, though, they're not totally exposed to the elements.
How big are they?
Well, I don't know.
So it's a very windy day if they're out there.
Tell you that...
Not very nice.
You were doing the size of them.
I wasn't going like...
You were doing this?
They weren't... I was actually gesturing. I don't know how big the scarf was. I don't know about these matters.
What are you thinking, Vicky?
I think it's true.
You think it's true as
I
well?
think she's a wild child.
I really enjoyed it. It felt like an episode of Heartbeat.
It did a bit, didn't it? Yeah.
I'm going to go with my team. If both my team members say it's
Well,
true.
it was my gut feeling.
OK, so you're saying that it's true.
OK.
Esme, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was true.
OK. I once ignored a fireman's order to evacuate a building because I assumed he was just a bloke in fancy dress.
Please, team.
OK, when was this?
When I was at university in 1841.
Were you the only person who didn't leave?
No, I don't think so. It was a student party. It was sort of fancy dress.
Oh, you were all in fancy dress?
OK.
OK.
Yeah.
What had you gone as?
I think I took pretty easy option, and I went as a Roman.
Well, what were you wearing?
Yeah.
A sheet.
It's not a Roman.
Oh, not a Roman soldier, just someone who's around in the Roman era.
A senator, not a centurion.
A Roman or a ghost?
So, first of all, where was the fire? Was it in your room?
Well, it was a fire alarm. I wasn't in the proper party bit. I was in my room with the door shut.
So how did the firefighter get in touch with you if you were locked away in your own room?
Well, he banged on the door and went, "Fire service."
With all due respect to your sheet, you must have been quite impressed with his costume.
I was.
How did the conversation go?
Right, I was in my room with someone else. We were busy.
Who were you?
Is this how the fire started? Because I know what you're like, Joe. You like to set fire to them.
Actually, we were revising.
Oh, right. What was he dressed as? You were a Roman. What was this other person?
He wasn't dressed as anything.
So there's a banging. And
There's a banging on the door.
And you stand up. Now, Joe, I expect better of David,
Rob.
who was the first person to titter. Let's try and have a level tonight, please. Joe, there was a banging.
On the door.
Banging,
yes.
banging, banging, banging. And then you heard the door. What happened?
What happened was this guy shouted, "Fire, please leave the building," right?
Yes.
So I just thought it was some drunk bloke mucking about.
Yes, yes.
So I said, "Could you please go elsewhere?"
What was your gentleman caller's reaction? Or was he still unconscious?
My gentleman caller was the same as me, very entertained.
What do you think, Henning? Is she telling the truth, yeah?
There is a few inconsistencies in that song.
Like?
Well, the thing about the fire, I don't believe.
We could stop there, then.
It's not, to be fair, an inconsistency, is it? There's nothing inconsistent about it. It's just it either happened or it didn't. It's not like a fire and I was in a lake. That would be an inconsistency.
So you're picking holes in Henning's command of the English language. Perhaps we should continue the rest in German to give him a fighting chance, yeah? Simon, what are you thinking?
Part of me thinks it could possibly be a lie.
You're going to say lie because you think that this story has got inconsistencies?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to annoy David now.
I think I go with Simon.
So you're going to say it's a lie?
Oh, absolutely. With them kind of inconsistencies.
OK. Joe, were you telling us the truth or were you telling a lie?
It was, in fact, the truth.
I once thought a slug was trying to send me a message.
Please, team.
Hang on.
Like a snail, a slug, a snail.
Like a homeless snail.
Snail without a shell.
What do you call them in South Africa? They're like so big.
A shellless snail.
A shellless snail?
Yeah.
Are you winding me up? Because if I go to South Africa and say that, if I go, hey, look, there's one of those shellless snails, they go, I think it's called a slug.
What was the message? So, I just thought slugs were like a bad aura. I come home one night and there was just a slug in the middle of my living room and I didn't know how he got there.
Is it carpeted, your living room?
Yeah, it's carpeted, but I've never seen a slug before in my house. And I come home after a few hours and he was just sitting in the middle of the living room.
But why did you think he was trying to give...
When you say sitting...
Honestly, he was looking at me.
What was the message he was trying to give you?
The message?
You said he was trying to give you a message?
Yeah, because I sort of Googled it.
Right.
What does it say?
And what did it say?
And it just said, well, certain things said, you know, it's like a bad aura.
The slug had a Google page?
No. There's a lot of things on Google.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I've had Google all printed out and I'm working my way through it.
when you say it was a bad aura, do you mean aura or do you mean omen?
Well, bad omen.
Omen 3 was a bad omen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 were pretty good.
What did you... Because, like, if you just Googled slugs...
Yeah.
It's not going to come up there, bad omen. So what did you Google?
I literally typed in, slug in my living room, what does it mean?
As opposed to the other one, there's a rat in my kitchen, what am I going to do?
Listen, I was on my own, I was scared, I didn't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And you thought, you didn't want to run, because they might chase you.
Why was that your first question, though? Because,
it is an unusual question, yeah.
You didn't know what to do. Yeah, there's a slug in my living room, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But your first thought is, what does this mean?
Yeah, what does this mean?
You know, you mentioned, Danny, earlier, you said, I think I'm right in saying, you said the slug was looking you in the eye.
Yeah. As I walked through the little hallway,
yes,
he was directly opposite me.
Hang on. Do slugs have eyes?
No, that's that as well.
They do have that.
Yeah.
They're the eyes, aren't they? So those
they
bits were looking at you.
Yeah.
How do you know that? I mean, did they literally... Were they doing that and you walked in and they went...
Good evening.
Do you have any other superstitions other than the slug?
Anything like walking under a ladder, walking over 3 drains. I won't
3
do that.
drains?
You know, the 3 drains?
Yeah.
I've heard that one. 3 drains.
Well, apparently, like, if you walk over 3 drains, someone's meant to touch you and you're meant to spit, but that's minging.
What?
How long are you allowed... I mean, at some point, if you walk over 1 drain and then another drain,
yeah,
when does it reset?
3 drains in a row.
3 in a row, so it's just got to be drain.
Yeah, so it's a drain.
Cup of tea, drain,
no,
you're
no.
back to... Oh, great.
All right, well, it's serious stuff.
Yeah. Was it raining and you had a window open?
No.
So how did it get in?
It was on a
I
car.
don't know how it got in, that's what I mean. What does it mean?
Let's not go round again. Is she telling the truth?
No.
You think it could be true?
Yeah, but don't listen to me. But I think it...
I think it's true,
think it's true?
I'm saying true.
I genuinely don't care if it's true or a lie. She's won me over and I wonder what did it mean?
So, Lee, what are you going to say?
Go on, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
Say it's true. OK. Danny, the slug in the living room, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was the truth.
I once had to break into my own flat halfway through a haircut.
David. Oh, interesting. So, tell us the scenario.
I was having a haircut.
Where were you having a haircut?
On the doorstep of my flat.
Now, that's an unusual location to have a haircut.
You know why? Because he didn't want to clean the hair that was on the floor in the flat, so it's outside, so just to push it...
Yeah, I can understand why you
the
might...
more work you can do for me, Fred, the more... thank you very much. Yes, that's why.
Why weren't you in a hairdresser's or barber shop?
Do you want to take this one, Fred? Appreciate that. Didn't have much money at the time, and my flatmate was pretty sure that she could cut my hair. She was pretty confident.
But why outside?
Because if you do it inside, you've got to sweep up all the hair. It's too messy. We thought if we did it outside, we wouldn't have to do that.
Was there a plug?
Huh?
Was there a plug outside? Was it clippers, scissors?
Oh, it was just scissors. That's all we had.
So it was an acoustic, as it were.
Yeah, it was an acoustic haircut,
Yeah.
unplugged session.
What was the haircut?
Well, it was meant to be something close to this, but as it got interrupted halfway through, so it ended up that it was short at the front, short at the back, and kind of like that at the side, like quite long. Like someone took a mullet and went like that.
Yeah.
So she wasn't trained as a hairdresser?
In no way, shape or form.
And you did not mind that she was going to cut your hair?
It was an adventure.
Were you high?
Was I?
High?
No, we were on the bottom of the flat. We were...
I love that.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much.
They don't respect this kind of stuff, but I love that.
Now, you said that you were interrupted. What was the interruption?
Oh, well, we realised that we'd locked ourselves out the flat because a cat wanted to get in the front door. Asked each other, you got your keys? Neither of us had brought our keys out.
Was it your cat?
No, it wasn't our cat. It was just a cat wanted to get in the door, and we weren't going to be like, who you're visiting.
So this is not the door to your flat. This is a door to the block of flats.
Yeah, we were outside, like outside.
So which floor did you live in?
I think we're on the 3rd floor.
So how did you get up there?
We asked some builders for a ladder. I asked them first, and they said no. And then my friend asked them, and they said yes. And at the time, I was all like, I was a bit stupid. And I was like, they're just letting you because you're a girl. And then she pointed out, you've got half a haircut and no shoes on.
Did you consider, when you noticed you've been locked out,
yes.
Did you consider finishing the haircut before trying to get back in?
I had to be in central London quite soon for a gig. And my wallet and everything was in the flat. I wouldn't be able to travel there, so I needed to act now. So I couldn't finish the haircut. Luckily, I'm a comic and I'm allowed to look silly.
All right, what are you thinking?
I don't think so. Why would you get somebody to cut your hair with scissors? I mean, if it was clippers and you had a haircut like me, I'd understand, but with scissors...
I mean, it's got to be a lie.
If my team think it's a lie, I can see why they think it's a lie.
You're happy to go with
we're
lie?
happy to go with lie.
OK. James, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Oh.
I was once unable to wave at Prince Charles because I was holding a wounded seagull.
Please, team.
Is that your nickname for David?
I think it might be.
First of all, why were you holding a wounded seagull?
I was taking it to a vet.
Right.
Can I ask, where was this, and what was the event that Prince Charles was attending?
It was in London. I saw him out of the window of my car.
You were driving?
Initially, the seagull was on the passenger seat.
Right.
But it got a bit jumpy.
I've seen you drive.
So I picked it up because I was worried it would flap around the car.
So basically you're driving like Rod Hull?
It was wrapped in a blanket.
Why did you have an injured seagull in your car?
I'd seen an injured seagull in the road.
Yeah.
And I picked it up to take it to a vet. Prince Charles was standing on the steps of a town hall, a grand building, and he waved, I suppose...
He waved at you?
Well, I think he was waving more generally. I felt I should wave, but that would have required letting go of the seagull.
Did the seagull get treated by the vet? Did the seagull recover? Do you know where the seagull is now?
To keep in touch.
He's here tonight.
The vet practice accepted the seagull for treatment. I don't know what became of it.
And then you just left him there?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you what happened to that seagull. And before you got back into your car... Sorry, that was a duck.
Can I just ask you a question? Have you hosted a light entertainment programme before?
They were very nice about it. I said I found this little creature in the road. I let them keep the blanket.
How sentimental was the blanket?
Not very.
So what does David hold now when he's stressed?
Have you always had a soft spot for wounded animals?
Yes.
All right. What do you think, Asim? Is she telling the truth?
I kind of want to believe it because it's a lovely story, but I don't know.
If he really waved at her, she's dropping the seagull, she's waving back. So at least she'd have lifted the seagull a bit and
going, look, can't wave, seagull.
Don't worry, it's not a swan.
So what's it going to be, Lee?
Say it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. OK. Victoria, were you just telling us the truth, or were you telling us a lie?
It was true.
Whoa!
11 years ago, I did a very bad thing in the kitchen. The time has finally come to confess all to my wife.
David's talking.
What did you do?
I broke a pot, a cooking pot that you bake chickens in. You roast chickens in.
Okay.
Chicken pot.
What was so special about the chicken pot?
Good question, Greg.
Thank you.
Any ideas?
Was it a wedding present?
It wasn't a wedding present, no. It was terracotta, and it's got a lid on it.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, man. Yeah. No, it genuinely is. It's about that deep, isn't it? And you put the lid on, and the thing about these terracotta pots is you're not supposed to wash them. The pot absorbs the flavour over the years. I had about an hour before she was coming home, and I knew she would not be happy about this, so I raced to the local kitchen shop and fortunately got the exact same pot.
How many years?
About half an hour to age it.
How many years had the previous one been aging?
Oh, 7 years.
So you had to do 7 years' worth of casseroling?
Yeah.
In
half an hour.
In half an hour?
No, I had to make it look like it was weathered.
How did you do that?
First of all, I put a bit of soil on it. Then I put Marmite on, and then baked it very quickly on a high heat, and then scraped the Marmite off. Then I got sandpaper, a bit of sandpaper on it.
All this in the half an hour?
Unbelievable speed.
Before she got home?
When she arrived home, did she suspect anything?
Well, I was with another woman in bed, but apart from that...
How did you break it?
Well, I was fixing something with a screwdriver, and I got in a bad mood and I threw the screwdriver down.
You threw a screwdriver so hard that it shattered an ancient cooking pot.
Didn't shatter it. Cracked. And it's not ancient, but the word pot was correct in that.
Did you say
I threw it down, it bounced, and it just chipped it a bit, but it was enough to make my wife... She would have noticed that chip.
So, you said...
Just let me have a drink and have a think about this. I'm not even married.
Why did you feel that a 7-year-old cooking pot had so much sentimental value for your wife that it was worth all this trouble?
Oh, did I not mention her grandmother's ashes inside? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's quite relevant. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah.
Did you also burn another old lady?
All right, it's time to decide. Victoria?
I have met Lee's wife. She's an extremely sophisticated and nuanced woman with many interests. I don't think she'll be so...
Whoa. What do you mean, many interests? What do you know that I don't?
I
what are you
can't
saying?
believe that a 7-year-old pot would loom so large that you would feel unable to tell her.
That's because when you come round to my house and you're with my wife and we're having dinner, she's pleasant and she's nice. She's lovely, she's calm. And the second we wave you off, bye, see, this has been lovely, close that door. She goes, you embarrass me again! With your TV friends! That posh one with the beard kept staring at me! And I didn't like her husband either.
OK, I've got a couple of extra questions.
Oh, Lord.
What, you say it wasn't cracked, it was just chipped?
It was...
Was it usable?
Yes, it was definitely usable.
You would have been able to say, I'm really sorry I've chipped it, but the thing that you so love about it, all this accumulated flavour, is still there. It's not affected by a tiny chip.
There's a tiny bit missing. And actually, apparently, all the flavour comes from the sweet spot. And that's what had gone.
Where was
I remember as it chipped off, I went, smelt the pot, nothing. I took this little piece of it.
Even though the functionality of the pot is unaffected, you thought she'd be so furious at superficial damage to it...
Not superficial.
It is superficial.
No, it isn't superficial. I haven't told you the size of the chip, have I?
No.
OK. Well, you just simulated it. You went like that.
Yeah, but you don't know how I'm holding it. I'm holding it at the edge of... the edge of it. It goes round here. I'm holding it, you see.
All right, David, it's time to get a grip and make a decision.
So the flight of the screwdriver...
Can I just the pot was ruined, David. That's all you need to know.
Well, yeah, but when you said...
There you go, David. Yeah. Do you know what? I wish I'd have taken my chances with my wife at the time. This is unbearable.
Right. It is time to decide.
Second question.
No.
What did you do with the damaged pot?
I hid it to begin with, and then over the next couple of days, when she wasn't looking, I slowly
Dragged it towards the door.
I moved it very slowly.
Because she only notices things when they move. Is she a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
She would be sat there with a glass of water watching the television. I would come down with a step and she'd see the water shimmer like that. What are you doing? What's it got here?
So, David, it's time to decide.
Yeah.
Was Lee telling the truth?
Well, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
What do you think?
It can't be true.
I think it might be true, but I'm not going to overrule my team. We'll go lie.
Lee, were you telling the truth or were you telling the lie?
I'm sorry, my dear. It's true.